Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today we're going to be doing a reading on Blake Lively and Taylor Swift. So I actually just got done doing my giant 4-hour live stream on Taylor. So what I wanted to do today is, well, tonight night, whenever you guys are watching, I'm doing this at like way late at night. So I wanted to take a look into, apparently there are text messages between the two of them that the judge said will remain private and won't go into the court of public stiffity stiff. But if this goes to trial, they're going to be part of the public court. It's going to be they're going to have to be filed. So what I want to look at is what the heck was in those text messages. I'm curious because what? So without further ado, a quick reminder before we really get into it. Remember, everything I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, y'all, just my opinions, psychic downloads, and the such. So if you want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So without further ado, let's kind of get into this whole what's going on between Blake Lively and Taylor Swift and the messages and the text messages on top of it. So let's take a look here. So one, I want to take a look at the general energy around the two of them when it comes to the text messages that were subpoenaed and had to be submitted to the court. The Tower. Reversed. So when we're looking at the general energy of these text messages, are they are they blowing people's minds? A little bit, yes. But here's the thing. It's like they bring together context clues around the whole situation is what it's feeling like to me. Because it's like we're trying to avoid disaster here. Why is this? Because they're hiding a lot of information. They hide the information, but they hide the ties to everything in between. So where the text messages themselves, are they like are they like bombshells? Kinda, but in the way that the information shared isn't that important, but the timeline that is established is very important. Because from financial influence here, these messages, given any other case, given any other people, would have been released. But since it is very high-ranking people in triangle clubs, their triangle organization, but also, again, yeah, I just can't get over this. It's triangle people. There also is showcasing, so there's that part of it. These wouldn't have been shown if triangle people weren't involved, or they would have been shown if they weren't involved. There are people in high places that made sure that these text messages didn't get out. Okay, there, I said it. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. The other part, too, of this is these messages also indicate, I think, the use of substances that may have been illegal or have shown vices for both of them that they don't want going out to the public. They're bombshells in that it showcases maybe vices or substances that both of them use that we don't expect them to use, allegedly, as well. So, hopes and fears here. The world, we do not want the world seeing this. We want it hidden. We do not want these out there. Oh boy. Because the unseen obstacle, there's a lot of communication. Again, these tie everything together within the case. Not just Blake's case, but Justin's case. This is all that communication. This is all putting everything together. Those text messages put the timeline together in a way that I don't think Blake can really defend herself. Because again, here, the negative influence with these text messages, they essentially, people will see the case in a brand new light. They will see Blake in a brand new light. They will see Taylor in a brand new light. They will see Ryan in a brand new light. They will see Justin in a brand new light. And here's the thing. These messages are almost like a linchpin to the case. So either Blake settles and these messages stay hidden forever, or they take this to court. And if this gets taken to court, these come out. All gloves come off. Everything comes to light. That's not good because the legal system is not on their side in some way. or the legal system is on their side, but this is going to get put to the public. This is information that is necessary for their case. As here in the past, yeah, we were committed. This is, oh my gosh. And then here in the future, the Temperance card upright. As like, well, you can balance everything back and forth between the two of them. These text messages balance out the stories, but they also showcase both sides to what the heck was going on within the It Ends With Us saga and drama. So that's just the general energy that I'm picking up. These are massive. They are bombshells. Not in the information shared per se, but in how it ties everything together. And again, these messages are kind of being held over some people's heads. So let's just take a look here. I'm going to use you guys for this reading. Should I use these guys for reading? This one? Please? No? I don't know, man. Sometimes the decks are like, I don't wanna. And other times they're like, sure. And then other times they're like, not today. So I'm just trying to figure out which deck is going to like to work with me on this one. So how about this? I'm just going to grab True Crime out and see what the heck's in these messages that causes such a big stir. We aren't even going to get into tarot because it's like no tarot deck wants to kind of work with me right now. So we're just going to get this information. We'll come back to it and we'll see what occurs. Okay, so what information does this really tie together? Like, what do these text messages really say? And again, when it comes to the case, how does it really affect it? So again, what's in these text messages? What do they really tie together? In my opinion here, what is it? Okay, so social media. Okay, text messages, social media, understandable. Why is this? Missing social media posts, missing messages. So are all the messages actually in there? Because it feels like, okay, so there's some stuff that's missing. They subpoenaed those records. They are incomplete records. Or, sorry, they're complete records, but stuff was deleted. And I think there are messages that when they got deleted, people thought they were permanently deleted. And there's a shock or a surprise coming up that comes in that no one's expecting, not even Blake or Taylor, because they thought they deleted that. And no, it's not really that deleted. Because from a financial influence here, these are the insurance policy. These are an insurance policy for something. These text messages like ensure that someone doesn't get away with something or someone does get away with something. These are like someone's ace in the hole to getting, I don't know, a case put together or other things going on. Our hopes and fears that these were going to be put out in the middle of the desert to never be seen again. People were going to not go there. We don't want to go there. Oh, shucks. Unseen obstacles, organized crime. What the heck were they doing behind the scenes? What were they organizing? I don't like this. Ugh. Unseen op. Oh gosh. So is this Taylor dating? Is this talking about Taylor and her relationship that she's currently in? Is this Blake talking about a relationship that she's in currently? Or was in at the time? Someone was dating, allegedly. Who is dating? Who is with someone? We thought this was all in the past. This was buried long ago. It was just trash. And here in the future, this is talking about my spouse, my partner. Information. In the middle of the deck, we have regret. There's messages in there that people regret sending as well. Let's get some information here. I want to know what this negative influence is, the intuition. Also, I think this is more along the lines of people are kind of like knowing like there's something massive in there. We want those documents. I almost see people like salivating, waiting for these documents to get released because these text messages are juicy. What can we get? What other information can we get about just everything in general? Okay, we're fleeing. Okay. This is our daring escape, trying to get out of this whole situation. Missing. You gotta find... Yep, this is our insurance policy amongst people in the upper crust. Unresolved conflict over here in the desert. Deadly disguises. Someone came in and got stuff that they weren't supposed to. Bad luck. This is... these two. What else we got here? Troublemaker. Here in the past. Okay, so when we're looking here at Blake Lively and Taylor Swift, there is what I would say what's in these messages that kind of puts things together. One, this gives the timeline of Blake, but also this gives like her PR strategy. It almost feels like is what this is kind of like toying at here. Also, what do we have in the middle of the deck here? Also, what's going on with kids? What's going on with kids? Did someone have a kid? Did someone, like, is there information about kids not doing things the way they should? Because what this is giving me is, like, we're trying to get away from all these situations, these problems that we've got. We already know this is a really bad situation, but we keep kind of upping the ante. Again... Also, I feel like Taylor gave advice for something as well. What did Taylor give advice on? She gave advice on this situation. And like here now in the future, when it comes to your spouse and the partner, someone's making some pretty impulsive decisions. And there's a lot of stuff in here. So let's see. What advice did Taylor give to Blake around this situation that's in these text messages? Because it feels like she gave her some advice. What's the advice? Can I grab some tarot cards? What can I grab? My Draw Arcana deck? Okay. I'll just start using some oracle cards if that's okay. Can I use you guys here for this reading? Alrighty. So what was the advice that Taylor gave? What was the advice that Taylor gave Blake in these text messages when it came to situations, people, places, and or things, alluding to Justin, essentially? What was going on? Also, I find it really odd that I'm not able to read that, like, none of my tarot decks want to read this, which I just find is just odd, per se. It's like I gotta go to all of my oracle decks or things that I got on hand. So, interesting. So what was the advice that Taylor gave? Talk less, feel more. Focus on what's actually going on here. So you got to see the bigger picture. Okay, so what I'm getting from this, with what advice did Taylor really give Blake? It's like it feels like when Taylor's in these text messages with Blake, it's like, honey, like, you need to focus on what's actually going right. You know, this all, like, again, I'm seeing this of, like, Taylor's coming in, and it's like, it feels like Blake's like, oh my gosh, this happened on set. What do I do? We're talking about this. We're doing this. I got caught doing this. Blah, 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 blah. And then Taylor's like, hold on, calm down. Let's stop. Let's feel what's going on. Figure out where this emotion is coming from, and then don't need to talk about it, but feel it. Focus on what's actually going right now. It's okay. We'll figure it all out, because we need to see how can we look at the bigger picture. How can we see how this is really going to affect you? How can it go this way? How can it go that way? Let's get rid of all this negativity that you kind of got going on. You're in a downward spiral right now, honey. And then let's figure out the next best move, because we need you to relax and just breathe for a few seconds here. I don't know what Blake got caught doing, and then now at the bottom of the deck is like, honor your feelings. So it feels like what Taylor is talking about more or less in these text messages with Blake is like, you need to just calm down, boo. Like, let's just figure out your next steps. Because, like, Blake is very much, like, not Blake was very much in her emotions at this time. Because, like, well, I know she was, like, she had just gotten done giving birth. So, like, was she, like, and again, I'm not saying, like, things aren't good, things aren't bad, but, like, was she going through some sort of, like, postpartum, symptoms that made things maybe more difficult for her and like kind of have elevated her emotions, where she was really much more in her feels rather than thinking rationally? Because again, I think we need to take that into consideration when it comes to the situation going on with Blake at this time. And I'm just looking at what's going on with these text messages, and it feels like Taylor's like, yeah, you just need to calm down, honey, while all this stuff is going down, because it seems like we got some other things that are going on. All right. So what else is in these text messages? We have Trippin. Thinks others are doing them dirty. Makes mountains out of molehills. Throws temper tantrums, mental breakdowns, alternative realities. Okay. Come on, I need you to focus for me, honeys. Thank you much. And we also have intuition. Uses their intuition to follow through based on psychic ability to read people very well, but sometimes second guesses. Wonderful. And also on one foot out, threatens to walk away, afraid to be rejected, points out inadequacies, engages in outside romantic activities, cheating. I don't know what else to say. I have been saying this since day one, that I have been feeling that there is something weird going on this set with Blake or with Blake on set. I don't know. I've been seeing this for months at this point. This is giving me like, so Blake, honey, are you ready to leave? Are you ready to go somewhere else? Because that's what I'm seeing in these messages. Again, sometimes also it's like, this is someone like who's like second guessing their decision to leave, go, stay, leave, stay, go, here, there, far, near, nowhere. Also with the trip in here, it's this is also giving me the sense of like someone's always complaining, someone's always thinking someone's out to get them, XYZ here. And like this is turning into, because it's almost like this is Taylor and this is Blake. And then in between the two of them, it's like both of them are kind of second guessing decisions that are kind of going on. I can't tell you how, again, if y'all want to believe me, y'all can. If y'all don't want to, y'all don't want to. But again, I have been seeing this since day effing one, where I've been seeing this weird thing going on between Blake and someone else. I've been seeing that, and it keeps popping up for me. I can't help it. This is really, really direct in this reading. It's super direct. I don't know how else to like not be like, oh, like this is enough interpretation. Like this is like a card that's like, it's big on cheating. Like 1 foot out the door, cheating, right there in the car. Other information about this is also laser focused, closed off from distractors, and only has their eye on one person or thing, all set on their choices and decisions. Like, was Blake thinking of actually leaving Ryan at this point in time? Or was someone thinking about leaving like their partner at one point in time, or everything that they were doing was like supposedly for them or the such? Because that's what I'm kind of seeing here too when it comes to these text messages and things going on between the two of them. So that's what I'm going to read on when it comes to these two text messages and the such. So again, if y'all wanted more information on this, you can go check out my other readings that I've done on this. Otherwise, that's what I have for now. As more information comes out, or if we go to trial, then we got some big spicy boom stuff coming out. So thank you all again so very much for watching. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so using my website link down below. Or if you want to join YouTube members, see videos like this early, get access to exclusive member live streams, you can do that for $3 a month. Or if you want to have all of that plus access to a bunch of exclusive content, including like pre-recorded videos and the such, you can go check that out for $5 a month plus everything else. So thank you all again so very, very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. So bye!